And welcome back to GS with the GS Mindset with your favorite host, me, La Loca. This is going to be a quick episode. I don't want you all to miss me too much while the links are working. Not working yet, but it's coming. Probably by next weekend, I should have the schedule ready for you all. First and foremost, thank you. Gracias for all the supporting messages on the social medias that you're gonna keep watching, you're gonna stick with me, you're proud of me. It means the world. Like I said from day one, everything that you guys said, even if it's 2 people watching this video right now, we're writing, bitches. Let's go. Nothing's gonna stop us, okay? Not even this impromptu setup. I think the perfect example of life is not perfect. I am the perfect example that shit can go wrong or situations happen overnight that you really have no control. I'm in control of this. What I'm doing, what I can do to move forward, how I react to the situations. And that's all you can do. Stop stressing about it. Stop thinking about what other people is doing. It's none of your business. As long as you know where you're going, you follow that path. And I finished my vision board today. It took me all morning, and I'm very proud of it. I can even see it from my toilet. For whoever said that they put it in the bathroom, I can see my vision board from my toilet and my bathroom all the way by my bed. So I have a clear vision of where I'm heading, what I want. That's why I'm here. So it is my day off. I want to rest. I am looking like a hobbit because that's what I want to do. But I want to come out here and put my time. It's important to you all. I'm not just here fucking around and gonna make it when it's convenient for me. I want to put in the work for you. Okay? So today's subject is, again, this is just a quickie, which is honestly what happens when you have a platinum cat, 14 carats. It's all a quickie these days. Shh. It's too good. What can I say, right? That's another subject. Today's topic is actions, knowledge versus experience. What do I mean by that? On the future, this podcast, I'm gonna bring my friends. I'm gonna start with my close friends that know me. I'm also can do video calls with the ones that know me for a long time. And they can tell you about me. I can sit here and tell you, I'm wonderful, I'm loving, oh my God, I am the best. I can say whatever I feel like, but that doesn't mean I am actually that. I want to bring people that know me and can confirm or have lived through something with me, and that way you get to know me better. And we get to know other people better and their beliefs and their opinions. I respect everybody's opinions because we all live in a different life, different experiences. With that, I say experience versus knowledge. If you're educated, you went to school, you obviously have that knowledge, right? You took your time to learn your passion, then you got out of college. Are you doing what you studied for? If you did, now you're learning the skill. Now you're actually applying what you learned with actions. So that's knowledge, experience, kind of like in a job. In a job, they ask you to have experience, even though you just got out of college. They want you to have done the job for at least certain times before you can actually get hired. It's the same with life. It's the same with life. I feel like if you want me to listen or if I want to use your advice, you have to at least know what you're talking about, not just reading it. And that's why I have these books. First book, the Bible. Very important book. A lot of people have read it. I'll admit it, I have not read it all. I did grow up Catholic. I'm sure there's a lot of things here that we can apply in our daily lives. I have friends that actually live by it, and honestly, they're doing their life much better. Proud of them. But just because I have it here and I can read it, if I'm not really applying the Bible, Does that make me churchy, or does that make me someone that you'd be like, she's really in touch with God and herself? I don't think so. You have to really apply what you learn in the guide from the Bible to put it on your everyday life, and then you can say, I am really a Bible person. That's how I see it. Not gonna say I'm not close with God. So I do pray. We all have a different relationship, but I would not be the one that be comfortable saying I know everything about the Bible. I don't, and I don't really follow it much. I'm not sinning, I hope, knocking on wood, but I'm not an expert on this. So it's cool, respect, read it, believe in God, have to apply it. Here I have more gods. I love this little book. I used to read it all the time. I was having hard times, and it helped me a lot through it. It's little prayers for fear, worry, anxiety. Honestly, I recommend it, and it did help me. So for experience, I did use it, I did read it, and I did apply it in those moments. Right now I haven't felt any of that. Maybe I need to actually read it again, the stress one, and apply it to my life. Like I said, you can read it, but you have to apply it. Knowledge is great, right? To know what you're talking about, it's amazing, right? If you read it, learned it, but experiencing it, if you experience the word and then live it and then apply it to your everyday, that makes you an expert. That's where I'm going with this episode. Next book. What do we have here? The Power. Ooh, I think my sister gave me this book when I was 17, 16, going to college. A mess. Complete mess. Never finished it. Never read it all. I'm not going to lie, I did apply it, The Power of Attraction. It's a pretty good book. But again, not only did I not finish it, I don't feel like I applied it. So I would not be comfortable saying I am an expert on the subject, but I recommend the book. I'm sure it's good. I can't say I live by it. That's the difference. I did find some cute photos here. I should show you while you're here. Oh, look at us. Look at puppy. Why are these photos here? Ooh, soldier. See, first time I opened this book in a while. And maybe I need to finish it. But I still need to apply what I learned. I actually had this conversation with my close friend, one of my best friends, Alison. We send about 87 voice messages a day throughout work. Don't fire us. To make ourselves sane from it not having sanity. And she brought up that good point that you can be book smart, but unless you have the street smart or the actual experience or live through it, you're not an expert. You're not. The science book. Haven't finished it, but I will tell you, funny story this morning. I haven't finished it. It's very interesting. I do believe on it, honestly, and the death connection and all this. There's always signs. I wake up, I go to my kitchen, and there's a moth, a brown moth, out of nowhere, like waiting for me. And I'm not even done with this book. I was like, oh Lord. But I immediately applied the book, the little bit that I read, into my situation with the moth, because I knew before I read this book that moths have a meaning. So I Googled it, and it's like, yep, change, moving forward, death, people trying to contact you. It's true. And I'm like, oh, when I can say I had a moth this morning, I'll mention it to you all, and maybe you'll believe me that it's actually matching what the book says. I lived it, and now I can tell my story. Much different than me just telling you, I read this science book, but I haven't had a sign. It means more when it actually happens to you and have a story to tell. I took a photo of the moth, so I'm going to show it to you so you have proof. I am a very proof, receipts, experience, show me a photo. That's why I take photos of everything. And it's not that I'm in the moment, but it means more if I can remember it that way. There's a lot of things that I forgot when there was no camera phones that I wish I had, not on the after parties. I don't want that evidence out, thank God. There was no phones when I was in college. That's another episode. But going back to examples, this book that apparently I asked my husband if he read, he said he hasn't even read it. So he can't say anything. Even though he is a ranger, retired ranger, he still can't make a comment unless he reads it. I will tell you one thing though. I can read it, but that does not make me a ranger. Going back to the point of me and Alison, we're talking all the time. Just because you read a book, go to school, let's say for law school, if you're not practicing law, how am I going to know you're a good lawyer just because you have a degree? If I read this book, am I a ranger? No. I can't even speak on my husband's behalf on any of his ranger stuff because I never lived it. Not lived it, have no experience. I just know for what I see and what I lived with him, maybe as a wife. Maybe I can give my perspective in one of the episodes to y'all if you want me to. But that's it. Just what I have applied into my life is the advice and the experiences that I'm going to share with you. A lot of people in the world listen to everyone that speaks like they know what they're talking about just because they read a book, went to school, saw it on TV, but they're absolutely not applying anything that they have learned into their daily lifestyle. Don't come tell me you're an expert of something on paper. I want to see you do it. I want to see you do what you say you're good at. Okay? Actions. This is the people that tell you what you want to hear. They sound like David Goggins. They read a book and now they're like, I wake up every day at 4 in the morning. I'm going to tell you right now. I wake up every day before 5 and it's a struggle. But I'm actually doing it. And I'm not here saying I'm David Goggins. And I was hardcore in the army. I wasn't, but I did serve. So I have that experience. You wouldn't know what boot camp is unless you went to boot camp. Live it, learn it. No, it's learn, live, whatever the Karens say. You know where I'm going with this. Unless you have experience or have lived it, or maybe you can say you even lived it through a friend and you learned a lot from that. That's valid. I learned a lot from my friends that are business owners and moms and wives. That's valid because I see it. I'm seeing it. I'm listening. I'm paying attention by actions, not by what they tell me. That's all. That's what I wanted to come here and talk to you about, because I will bring people that know their stuff and that I also experts on the subjects to share their experiences. That's what we're going to do here. We're only going to share experiences of things that we know, lived, and actually feel those emotions to get to know each other and take advice from each other. What can I do or tell you or show you or talk about that can help you in your life? Or maybe not help you, but you just want to know because you're nosy. Ask me. That's what I'm here. I'm going to talk about my life, my experiences, and my guests are going to do the same. And we can all help each other with our experience and our knowledge. Not just, I read it, so now I'm such a good person. No, that's not how it works. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it. And if I'm not going to do it, I don't say it. Even if I know I can do it, until I fucking do it, I'm not going to say shit. That's my advice of the day. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm going to go watch my shows. And remember, when nobody believes in you, believe in your fucking self.